For so many years, the Policy Center for the New South has been working on the concept of a wider Atlantic. We have always maintained that the relations across the Atlantic should not be limited to Atlanticism or to the relation between the European Union or between Europe and the United States, but has to be extended to not only Latin America but also to Africa. And to do that, it's not only a matter of wishful thinking, but we, as Morocco, we have been taking initiative in order to build layers of cooperation between African countries. And here I refer to the initiative of His Majesty regarding the Atlantic, the initiative that extends to the Sahel and also the gas pipeline between Nigeria and Morocco. All these are components of the same vision, or component of a project that Morocco would like to promote with the ownership of all the African countries that are interested by this project, in order to build more African independence and more prosperity for all.
I think there's no way around than just building trust between them, right? We look at the institutions, we look at the multilateral solutions that we have at our disposal, and they are not working, or they are not up to the task of the challenges that we are facing. So the only solution is really to keep on pursuing further multilateral venues, platforms, forums. We just have to be more demanding of them, and we have to be very clear about who is leading what they are proposing, and we have to ask for actual consequences and results that come out of those conversations. Because if you look around in terms of the Atlantic, I would say that most countries, most societies probably are a bit tired of seeing big summits, big declarations, and not necessarily trickle-down results into their livelihoods. So unless we demand more of those institutions, of that multilateral framework, we are always only going to be in the same place and not be able to solve the world's problems. So I hope that at the very least the conversations that we have here in the Atlantic Dialogues point us in a direction to that effect. Sure, I think the worst part of seeing that happening in the US is that it is trickling down or spreading to other parts of the world. So if it was just contained within the US, we could certainly claim to be an internal issue, an affair, and something that, of course, US citizens and voters would need to tackle on their own. But the problem is setting an example. And that is probably the most worrisome part of it, that we see in other parts of the Atlantic, in Europe, in Africa, in South America, other parties, other movements mimicking the same kind of rhetoric and discourse that we are seeing in the US. And so unless we start considering this a global issue that needs to be tackled at all its dimensions, we are only going to see this continue on spreading throughout the world. And so it is becoming very much a priority right now, and one we have to be very clear and outspoken about it, and find consensual ways between all the states within the Atlantic that are not interested in following the same path as the US.